I'm back underwater, everyone. Like always, thanks for tuning in. So, this is actually a Saturday. Me and my dad went out. It was nice out, so we decided to go out instead of working. A lot better. So I was pointing at a couple of nice barracudas. You can see another one there. They were probably like 3 feet. And usually when there's like big predator fish like that, there's gonna be a lot of life around, and it's a sign of that the reef is healthy. And there's a lot of moon jellies around, like those big plate-sized jellyfish. They're everywhere. They're like, my dad kept looking up, and they would always smash him in the face, and his lips were swollen. So yeah, this was my first dive, and you can see a lot of life around, a lot of schoolmasters. And this spot, actually, like, we didn't have it marked on our GPS. I was just driving the boat, and I saw this giant hump on the fish finder, so we stopped by, and it turned out to be a really nice spot. Yeah. So what my dad said here, it's always nice to keep in mind, and I sometimes forget about it. So always point your gun in front of you. When I was swimming up, I was pointing it behind me, but I don't know where I'm pointing my gun. And like, if you're swimming on the surface, you always want to point it in front of you, because if you point it behind you, you don't know where it's pointing at. So it's always nice to keep in mind, so nothing happens on accident. He just said that it was a really good spot, a lot of life. So here I was going for some snapper. My dad told me that there was a couple nice snappers down there, so I just had my gun ready for anything. I saw a couple ones, they went under the ledge, but I didn't see anything anymore. And like I said before, a lot of life. This place had a lot of life. So the sand was probably like 40, maybe like 38, and the top of the reef was probably like 30. So I didn't see anything, so I didn't get anything. So I actually saw a black grouper. So yeah, I saw a black grouper that swam off, and we didn't really care about him, because there was just, he could have gone anywhere and in that big place. So my dad shot a nice snapper here. We always brain, bleed, and gut, and on that one, tiny snapper on the end of that other shaft. Yeah, there's so much life around that he just shot that big snapper, and he ended up getting him. So I was chasing a mackerel here, and he just didn't give me his chance. Usually when mackerel start swimming away, you will usually never get him, unless you have like a flasher. You throw a flasher, you throw it, and they come near it, and they're like zoned into the flasher. Then you can get them. So I like to check my heart right here. I like to keep it under like 70. Nice and calm. One really good thing to keep in mind when you're diving, especially when there's like a giant snapper or whatever, giant fish down there, and you're all pumped up. You can't do that. You have to be like, you have to calm yourself down, And one nice thing that helps me a lot is to think of the fish like it's a rock or something. Like that it's not important to you at all, that it's just a structure, and that you're just trying to shoot it. And it will calm you down, and it'll make you act calmer. So then the fish won't be scared of you, and there's a way bigger chance of you getting it. So the visibility was actually pretty bad this day. Because of the visibility, we went to like probably 15 different spots, and we just couldn't find any clear visibility. So I was just chasing off that cuda. It kept following us, and my dad had a fish, so just didn't want it doing anything with us.
It is flat out.
So yeah, this is our like third spot, and I like to keep some mullet, just normal mullet, not cut up, nothing, under my belt, and just if I like see a nice spot with a lot of life on it, I can just chum up and So I hear my dad was asking if the current was good, and it wasn't bad at all. And so yeah, I like to keep that mullet like right tucked under my belt, so just chum the water up if I see anything. And really, the whole day, there was no life on the reef, like except for that first spot that we were on that wasn't marked on the GPS. There was just like no fish at all, like you could see on this clip. It was just dead out. That's mainly why we didn't get anything, because we didn't see anything. Yeah, there was just like barely any life. But it was a really fun day. We had a lot of fun, you know. Just being out there, it's just something special. It's a whole different world. So yeah, the visibility was probably like 40. Probably at the most 40. We went all the way probably to like 50. And we probably went even to 60, but we didn't go in the water to just see if the water would get any better. And it didn't, so we just stayed in the shallower water so we could actually see something. So here you can see I have my one band off, and I was going down there under that ledge where the anchor is. There were a couple lionfish, and we were about to leave, so I was like, why not get some if we don't really have any fish. So you could see a couple there. There are probably like 5 under there, and there was one big one that stood out for me. And then what I like to do with lionfish, if you're already down there, then just take your spear and just stab another one, or a couple other ones. So here I got 2. And got a little extra meat for the day. Sometimes I ask myself if it's really worth getting lionfish. I once got stung by a lionfish, and that was it for the day. So to prevent that, we cut the barbs off. You have to be careful to not get stung or stabbed. So on that pink blog that you see there, that's actually a really poisonous jellyfish, and the tentacles are like 30 feet long, and they just go really far. And so if you see anything like that, just keep away from it, because it could mess you up really bad. But it was really cool to see one because we researched it up, what it was, and they're actually not supposed to be here. I forgot the name of it, but yeah, it was pretty cool. So I went down there once again for another lionfish, and you could see my band is like tangled in the other one, and that's not really a good thing to have. And especially, like, it doesn't really matter here because I was going for lionfish, so it's not long range. But if you're going for like mackerel or something, or like shooting something like far, that's probably not the best way to have your bands. You want to have them like nice and straight. So I missed that lionfish down there because I was running out of air, and I wasn't really. It was far back in a hole, and I didn't really see it because I forgot my flashlight. But yeah, every or any kind of experiences is another something that you learned. Even if you've been diving for your whole life, every dive, every time you're out on the water, you learn something new. So this spot had a little bit more life. It was a really nice spot. I like this one. There's a lot of sea fans, a lot of life there. So under this ledge, there's a giant jewfish. You could see him right now. It's crazy how like that big of a fish can like fit into tiny holes. You could see his lip there. So it's always nice to see giant fish like that. Queen angelfish. And even though we didn't get anything here, it was just a nice spot to dive. And you could see that my dad didn't even have his gun loaded because there was just nothing around. But so here you could see that pipe down there, or that little pipe. It's actually a flasher, and I was throwing it around just to see if anything would come by and look at it, and something that I could take. So there was nothing big. To shoot, so yeah, and like I said, there wasn't really anything that day, like not a lot of life, but it was really nice. It was a nice day to just get back to spearfishing, because I was in Europe the whole summer, and then I wasn't spearfishing for like the past 4 months. That's mainly why my aim was so bad this dive, or this day, because I just haven't gone spearfishing for such a long time. In case you're wondering what that buzzing sound was, it's actually a boat. It's the engines from a boat. So my dad told me to go down there, that there were some lionfish if I wanted to. And I went down and I was looking for them a little bit, but then I found them. So I missed one again. And I don't know why, but I missed one. Lionfish are like the easiest fish to shoot. They're like, if you're a beginner, then shoot a lionfish. Because they don't move at all. So then I just stabbed one. So here you can see a really nice king mackerel. And I just missed him. No, at that point I was just like, what the freak, I just missed a big fish. And yeah, it was a really nice king mackerel. But I just told myself, you know, a fish, if you miss a fish, it won't affect me. It can make more fishes. If you think about it like that it's still living, and that it could make more fish for the next time you come. then you aren't really sad. But you know, it would be better if I shot it. So yeah, this was probably like our 8th or 9th spot. We just kept moving the whole day. We just kept re-anchoring and moving because of the visibility and no fish. So here I was chasing a Spanish mackerel, and I knew that there was like a 99% chance that I wouldn't get it because it was far, it wasn't big, it wasn't a big target, and it wasn't broadside, it was swimming away from me, and it was like the only fish that I saw on that spot. So I was like, I just didn't really, I took the chance, I took the 1% chance. Sometimes you get lucky with those shots. I probably got like 10 mackerel just by shooting like that. And it's probably not the best way to shoot, but if you don't see anything, then you know. I could take that 1% chance. So yeah, basically just scanning the ground, scanning what I'm working with, and didn't see anything. And one really like if you're new to freediving, and even if you're not new to freediving, one really important thing to keep in mind, especially like this could happen really quick. So here there's a nice snapper that came up and I missed it. Just didn't take my time. And you can see him just swimming there. So one really important thing to keep in mind, and this is that spearfishing is a really fun sport, and it can be really dangerous too if you do it the wrong way. You always have a buddy with you. You could black out in, you know, a tiny amount of time, and it could just happen really quickly. And also, always have in mind that a fish isn't worth your life. Always. But other than that, if you keep those two things in mind, then you'll have a fun time. So there's another nice snapper, and it gave me that broadside turn, and I barely got it. I got it like in the 1 inch above from tearing away. You can see it right here. It's like barely in there. But it was enough to make me happy. So always, I need to sharpen my knife. It's really dull, as you can see right here. So we always bleed brain and gut, and as you can tell, my spirit gun is reloaded, everything. So it's ready to shoot another fish if I see one. Because usually when you gut the fish, it attracts other fish. It's like chum, you know. It's pieces of meat that other fish like. So and I learned this from experience. My dad used to tell me, and I wouldn't really listen to him. And then I realized it one time. I was gutting a fish and my gun wasn't reloaded, and there was this giant school of mackerel, like giant Spanish mackerel, just eating the guts underneath me, and before I could load my gun, they're all gone. So you can see my dad, he's aiming at a nice snapper, and he waits for that broadside turn and stones it. And spearfishing is a lot about patience too. You have to be really patient for that fish. Fish to show up, that fish to give you that nice broadside turn, and And even if it does and you miss, you can't give up. So I got another blind fish. It was the end of the day, so I was like, why not? There's nothing really around here to shoot anyways, so I got it. And yeah, I cut the spines off, got it, and two tiny fillets from that thing. But it was really nice to be back on the boat. It got a little windier in the afternoon. It was probably blowing like 12. But you know, it's still absolutely normal.
2
or good.
lionfish, 1 snapper.
So we had more fish in the well with the
and a triggerfish, I guess.
with the well with the
Oh, a red grouper.
with the motors.
Nice. Woo!
So yeah, my dad was down right as I got out of the water. My dad shot that red grouper. He said that it just came out of the water and he got it, or it came out of the rock and got it. So it was really nice here. This usually happens a lot on the Keys, like above the islands. There's just like this chain of clouds that go across the islands. So it was nice to show it to you guys. And then it started raining, and alright guys. And it was a nice little rain. Finished filleting all the fish. It's all in here. I don't know if it'll pick up anything. We finished cleaning the boat. We filleted all the fish. We'll go and grill all of them. So yeah, we had a fun day. It was nice. So yeah, we got 1 grouper, 3 snapper, and 3 lionfish. So we had like a bad start, and then we got all the fish at the end. We got 1 snapper and 3 lionfish for like 3/4 of the day, and then we got all the rest in the rest of the day. So thank you guys so much for watching my videos, and please stay tuned. Yummy. Alright, so we just put some spices on the fish, threw it on the grill, and these snappers are probably done. We have the grouper here, and we'll make some sandwiches from them. Yummy. We got these snappers done.
Say hi.
That's Lily, my dog. Alright, so these groupers will be done in like 2 minutes, and we'll make some sandwiches from them. Alright guys, thank you for watching today's video. I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. If you like the video and you like these videos, subscribe and like, and put some positive comments down there. See you in the next one. Have a good one.